Alright, update on that repair. It did not go well. So I laid it on too thick and it's just too much humidity and I guess it's drying too much. See how thick that is. Yeah. So, fuck. It's alright. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do it in layers and let that fully cure and then put another layer on and let that one fully cure and just do it that way. See, look at that. Nice thick layer. Yeah, I ain't playing. I'm making sure this thing is like covered. Alright. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's what happens. So I'm going to take it all off and then do it over again. And this is the major repair that I had to keep on chasing while I was figuring out like little tips and stuff for myself. Just working with this type of paint. Little trips to get around it, cracking or what have you. It's very brittle, which is a big complaint about bed liner in general if you spray it down thin. So I decided that I was going to go actually thicker with this stuff. This stuff is fucking thick. It's like, oh, I don't want to say it's a quarter, but it's up there, maybe like above 3/16, but it's super thick. Maybe it is a quarter thick, but you can never tell just by looking at it. But I sprayed this stuff on super thick. And also, if anyone else in the future wants to do this for like a paint job, so just like a bed liner, definitely get a clear coat to go over it because it makes it so it's more flexible. I don't want to say pliable, I'd say flexible. So the liner isn't so brittle to the point where it just wants to like chip off at any given like little crack or bump or whatever that it may get. So I guess I could say it keeps it more rubberized. Yeah, I think that sounds better. But this is the repair so far, and I had to do it in layers, like one thin layer, let it dry, another then rough it up with sandpaper, like 100 grit, whatever, and then do another layer. Kept on doing that until all of the cracks were finally taken care of. And I had to do that up here too. You can't even tell. Like I also had to do that around here. I think it was like here, right here, and down here. You can see the stuff's actually a pain in the butt to spray. You gotta like just get it in one pass. If you try to chase it, it's just gonna come out looking like little dookie balls, like over here, while trying to chase it. So I'm gonna actually sand this down a little bit. I'm gonna sand down pretty much probably up to about here-ish, maybe a little bit further out, because I want it to be more of this kind of like smooth, bumpy texture that's up here. Instead of like the dookie ball texture that's down here. You can definitely see the difference. But this is like very, very roughy, looks like more porous, I want to say, more like sand. I want it to look more like, I don't want to say clay, I just want it to look more smooth and a little bit have a rough texture to it, but just not be like out of control, like what the hell happened, like you just threw mud at your bumper texture. Alright, I just finished sanding it down. Looks a lot better. I mean, I'm probably going to go ahead and just do a little bit of touch up and see if I can just feel those, strengthen those cracks just a little bit, just to be on the safe side. Yeah. See where I sanded a little bit too far down there. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to put a last little coat on here. Excuse me. To fill up these low spots and just to fill it up a little bit. Better be a little bit safe than sorry. It's going to rain today anyway, so I can't paint. So I might as well just go ahead and put a little bit of the bed liner on there and just let that cure. And then tomorrow I'll see about painting. Oh, is it gonna be nice tomorrow? I think it is. I may. Well, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It was just this part that was pretty bad. I gotta sand that down. Have a little groove line right there. That's fine. I can take care of that easy. Yeah, so it's coming along, looking really good. To go ahead and I sanded. I went like further. I went up here, over there, and I still a little crack. Is that dry all the way? Yeah, it's dry. I wasn't gonna resin that back up, so I just got some epoxy and hope it's wish it well. And it should do fine though, the epoxy. It came over here as well, because that was a little bit, too much dookie balling for my taste. It doesn't look too bad over here. I don't want to go too far in here and then end up burning into the gold trim that's underneath this tape here. As soon as I saw green, I wanted to stop, just in case. But yeah, it looks good. So that's the front bumper. I also went and leveled this out on top because that was need a little bit of leveling.